Welcome back to Romance Scam Podcast. Today's story is one of the most shocking we've ever covered. It's about a woman who believed she was in a private relationship with a famous TV actor, only to discover it was all built with AI, deepfake videos, and lies. She didn't just lose her savings, she lost her home, her retirement, and almost her relationship with her own family. Linda, thank you for having the courage to be here. Can you start by telling us, in your own words, what did you think you'd found when this all began?
I honestly believed I'd found a second chance at love. I thought a man I'd watched on TV for years had somehow seen me, really seen me, and chosen me. It felt like a miracle, until it became a nightmare.
Let's go back to the very beginning. Where were you in your life when this started?
I'm 56. My husband passed away 3 years ago. The house felt so empty. My kids are grown, living their own lives, and I spent most evenings alone, scrolling my phone, watching old shows. One night, I got a message on Instagram. It was from an account with the name and pictures of a well-known soap opera actor I'd watched for years. Blue check mark, lots of followers. It looked real.
What did that first message say?
He wrote, "Thank you for being such a loyal fan. I really appreciate people like you." I thought it was some kind of promo thing. I said, "Oh my gosh, I've watched you since the 90s. Then he replied, "I don't really like being on here publicly. Would you mind if we chatted somewhere more private?" That's when he moved me over to a different app.
So, very quickly, the conversation went off the main platform to a private messaging app.
Exactly. He said it was because of crazy fans and privacy. It sounded reasonable at the time. Within a few days, we were texting every morning, every night.
What made it feel real to you?
The videos. That's what got me. He would send short videos, him saying my name, talking about his day on set, even mentioning little things I told him about my life. The first time he said, "Good night, Linda," in a video, I cried. It looked exactly like him. His face, his voice, his expressions. I thought, there is no way this is fake.
At this point, you're talking every day, you're getting personalized videos. When did money first come into the picture?
It started very subtly. He talked about how studios underpay actors, how he was trying to take control of his finances. He mentioned crypto, trading, special funds that only insiders knew about. He said, "I hate that my public persona makes people think I'm rich. I'm just trying to build something real, like you." That line, "like you," made me feel chosen.
Did he ask you directly to invest?
Not at first. He said, "I have this private investment platform my team built, but it's only for people I can trust. I'd like to invite you." He sent me a link. It looked like a professional trading site, charts, numbers, his name at the top as founder. He said, "You don't have to do much. Just start small, like $2,000, and watch it grow."
How did that first transfer feel?
Terrifying and exciting. I wired $2,000 to a broker he recommended. Within days, he sent me screenshots of my account doubling. It showed $4,100. Then came the hook. He said, "See, we're a team. Imagine what we could do with more."
So you started sending more?
Yes, $5,000, then $10,000. When I hesitated, he'd send another video, him looking into the camera saying, "Linda, I would never hurt you, trust me." He knew about my husband's death, my fear of dying alone. He'd say, "We'll have our own place one day, somewhere quiet, just us."
How much in total did you end up sending before anything seemed truly off?
Over $80,000. I took money from my retirement account, then a home equity loan. Every time I wavered, he'd message me, "This is our future," and he'd send another perfectly realistic video.
What was the first real crack in the illusion for you?
2 things. First, my daughter. Second, a tiny glitch in one of the videos. My daughter came to visit and saw my phone lighting up with his messages under that actor's name. She laughed and said, "Mom, you know he's been very publicly going through a divorce. He's not secretly dating fans." I got defensive. I said, "You don't understand. He told me things he doesn't share publicly. He sends me videos."
How did your daughter react?
She looked at one of the videos and said, "Mom, can you pause it?" She zoomed in and replayed it in slow motion. That's when we saw it. Around his jawline, just for a split second, the image flickered, like the skin didn't quite match the movement. It was tiny. I'd never noticed, but once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it.
So the video wasn't just recorded, it was manipulated.
Exactly. My daughter said, "Mom, I think this is AI. I think this is one of those deepfake things." I still didn't want to believe it, so she typed part of one of his messages into a search bar, and we found an almost identical script online, word for word, just with different names.
That must have been devastating.
It felt like my entire reality fell apart in 1 second. All those late night calls, all the "I love you" messages, the promises. I realized I had never spoken to him, not once. I'd been talking to a criminal using AI to wear his face.
Let's talk about what this did to your life, financially, emotionally, and with your family.
Financially, I'm ruined. I lost over $80,000. I had to sell my house because I couldn't keep up with the new loan payments. I'm renting a small apartment now, starting over at 56. Emotionally, I went through a kind of grief that's hard to explain. It felt like a death. I was mourning a relationship that never existed with a man who wasn't real.
How did your kids respond once they knew the full story?
At first, they were angry, not at me exactly, but at the situation, and maybe a little at me for not seeing it. They said things like, "How could you send that much?" But then they saw how broken I was. The shame, the self-blame. They realized I didn't fall for this because I'm stupid. I fell because I was lonely, and someone used technology to weaponize that loneliness against me.
Do you still get messages from scammers now?
All the time. Different soldiers, doctors, investors, some even pretend to be law enforcement offering to get my money back for another fee. I block and report them all now, but it shows you, once they know you're vulnerable, they don't stop.
You've spoken with investigators and cyber experts since this happened. What are some of the key red flags you wish you had recognized earlier?
First, anyone who moves you off a main platform to a private app quickly, that's a major warning sign. Real public figures usually keep things on official channels. Second, if they never agree to a real-time video chat. I got videos, but they were pre-recorded and manipulated. Every time I asked to video call, he had an excuse. On set, bad connection, contracts, you name it. Third, money plus urgency. He tied my emotions to the investment. If you trust me, you'll do this. This is for our future. Real love doesn't require you to drain your retirement account.
You also learned a bit about the technology itself, right?
Yes, the experts told me scammers now use AI to copy a person's face and voice from public videos, interviews, talk shows, anything online. They can type in whatever they want, and the AI makes the person say it. For people our age, 40s, 50s, 60s, we still think if I see your face and hear your voice, it must be you. That's no longer true. That's the scariest part.
Linda, there's someone listening right now who might be in the middle of something like this. Maybe they're talking to a celebrity, a soldier, or a businessman overseas. They're not sure if it's real. What would you say to them?
I'd say listen to that little voice in your head. If you're hiding this relationship from your family because you're afraid they'll judge it, that's a sign something's wrong. Real love can stand in the light. If they ask for money, any amount, stop. Show the messages to someone you trust. Google some of their phrases. Ask them to do a live video call holding up 3 fingers or saying a specific sentence you choose. If they refuse or stall, walk away.
And for those who've already been scammed and feel ashamed?
You are not stupid. You were targeted. These people study human emotions like a job. tell someone, report it to your bank, to the authorities. Even if you're embarrassed, your story might stop them from doing it to the next person.
To everyone listening, if this episode sounded uncomfortably familiar, please don't ignore that feeling. Share this story with a parent, an aunt, a friend who's dating online. You can help by rating this podcast, subscribing, and sending in your own stories, anonymously if you prefer. The more we talk about romance scams, the less power these criminals have. Linda, thank you for turning your pain into a warning that could save someone else's life savings, or even their life.
If even one person hangs up on a scammer because of this, it'll be worth it.
This has been Romance Scam Podcast. Stay cautious, stay connected, and remember, real love never asks you to go into debt.